USA. It is actually later than that. I'm like 10 minutes late or something. Not great, really. But hey, you got to go with the flow of life. And I'm lucky to be on a tour. I tried to get on this weekend. And I'm so sorry because I know some of you guys were really kind of looking forward to the Sunday Night Live. Has become a thing, and I wanted to keep being a thing, but we've had crazy weather all around the world, as I'm sure you know, actually, because I'm sure the winds of change are blowing all around you at the moment, and the internet wasn't working most of the weekend. It did actually appear very late on Sunday night, last night, UK time. But I was already kind of exhausted. I've been doing other stuff that is like physically demanding, as well as internet stuff. Val Lucia, hello to you. Thank you so much for joining. Haven't met you before, Val. It's nice to meet you. I have met you before, April. Great to see you. Love and hugs to you. Lexi McCormack Parker is here. Hello. And Sarah Thomas is with us tonight. Hi, Sarah. Nice to see you here. So it is actually night time with you, Sarah, because it's the middle of the afternoon in the States and Canada at the moment, as far as I know. Katie H, hi from New Jersey. Hi to you, Katie. So glad you could join us. I love the way people join in from all around the world, because Sarah is a little bit more than just up the road from me, but she's close. She's in Wales, and I hope you're doing good there, Sarah. Life is so strange at the moment, but Sammy said she'd been to see you the other day, and she said you were kind of keeping on, and everything was looking pretty good, so I'm glad to hear that. Who else we got? Donna Whitteriard. Hello, Donna. I'm really glad you're here. I think you were saying you're going to be at work. So tricky for you to keep up, I guess. But I'm really, really glad you're here. 1 p.m. in Escalon, California. So just into the afternoon. And Lexi's in Dublin. Not too far. Well, no one's too far. That's the wonderful thing about the internet. But it's great to know someone in the Emerald Isle area is watching. Absolutely great. Sin, I did make it. Yeah, hi to you. Okay, Sin, I will put you on the list for a card, actually. And Kathy Miller-Stewart is here. Well, it's wonderful to see all you guys on because... about 12, 13 years ago, I started YouTubing, and it's taken me a long time to sort of spread out and meet people. And I got some very helpful boosts along the way from Kim at Intuitive View and Celtic Tarot Sheila, who may well join us this evening, and Danny Shea as well. And it's kind of got me out there, and it's great because now I'm meeting all you guys, which is fantastic. Donna says, snow day, everything shut down in St. Louis. Oh dear, really. Hello, Melanie, nice to see you. And Philip, here you are, Mr. Philip Corrigan. I'm very glad to see you here as well. I certainly will, Philip. And I've got the Keepers of the Light in my hand. But first, I'm going to go to Sin, because she's the first person who asked. Sin McN. Okay, so let's see what we've got for Sin. I've been shuffling all the time I've been talking, you see, so I've got one at the ready. And this is for Sin. Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. Lexi, yes, you definitely can. You might have to remind me, because I haven't got a list going here, okay? But keep on reminding me. Cards is what I'm here to do. Cards, mediumship, psychic stuff. And there's lots of psychic people here as well, chatting away in the chat. Hi, Dee. Sin, this is for you. Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. And I've got a feeling I've drawn this card for you before, actually, Sin. And this is protection. So, Sin, you're learning. You've been kind of good enough to say that you're learning. I'm sure, actually, that you would be able to do readings pretty well straight away if you wanted to. You've certainly got everything around you that you need. But I feel there's some kind of trepidation there. There's some cautiousness there. And that's not a bad thing. You know, this is a very serious thing we do. It's a serious business. People take us seriously when we're working psychically. And so you're wise to kind of be cautious about it. But this card, Archangel Michael, says, trusting heaven. And I'm going to read the words out. You are safe. Angels stand close. surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. And that's the thing to do, Sin. Okay, I know from our conversations that you really do have a lot of psychic ability about you. It isn't just that you thought one day, well, I'll try the cards. That was a guided thing, okay? So trust heaven, call on Archangel Michael for protection as well. And that goes for anyone who's got any fears around anything, really, because Archangel Michael is the great protector. But particularly, in terms of working psychically and connecting to the afterlife, it can be a scary thing. I remember the very first time when I was on a course learning mediumship, when the teacher kind of started showing me, what to do and how to go about giving a message out. And I was meditating and I got an image in my head of this man. And so I gave his name out, and it became clear that he'd hanged himself. And I felt very, very strange indeed after I'd given that message out, and it had been proved to be that the message was for someone in the room. It was a really, really scary moment, and it's absolutely bizarre. But you really can trust. So that's for you in particular, Sin, but that's for anybody. That's good advice for anybody at all who is looking around and thinking about becoming a psychic, becoming a medium, starting to give readings. Sure, take it seriously, but your absolute kind of guarantee that you're going to get it right is when you're in tune with your spirit guides, and you can just lean back on them, because the spirit guides and the angels and your gatekeeper, everyone's got a gatekeeper, is going to be on the case. It's going to be looking after you, because in some ways you've been preparing for this for lifetimes. It says that on one of my oracle cards, actually, not this one, but it's just come to me. You've been preparing for this for lifetimes. Okay, if you feel you've got a gift and you're going to start using that gift, that's something that comes from your eternal progression of past lives and reincarnations. So don't fear it, Sin. Still working on the guide communication? Well, don't worry, Sin. It amazed me. I found out after a long time. It was the first time I actually took a service, stood up in a spiritualist church and said, I am the medium. I'm going to do this tonight. Nothing seemed to come. So I just started talking. And after a while, someone put their hand up and said, oh, that sounds like something that happened to me. And then we got a name, and then we got a message from the other side. So it doesn't always come, because you set your mind to do it. It's hard to describe, Sin, but the answers are out there, and the guides will communicate with you in undreamed of ways. They really will. April, you certainly can, but I'm going to go to Philip Corrigan next, okay? Got a card here for Philip Corrigan. Kyle Gray's Keepers of the Light, which Philip loves, and I love this deck too, actually. It's a really fantastic deck, and this is for you, Philip. Isis, and it's magic manifesting. And it says, your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. And Philip, look how much Isis is actually focused here. This amazing goddess, this amazing character. I was almost going to say a mythical character, but she really existed. She really lived the human life, but she became a goddess. And that is the power of transformation. Now, Philip, I don't know if you're actually on a journey towards becoming a more active psychic or anything like that. I'm sure you've got it in you, actually. But I feel this might be a different sort of way of visions and goals. They are becoming a reality, okay? Things are going slowly for you, I feel, Philip. I really get a strong feeling that you'd like to be going a lot faster. But things will pick up, my friend, okay? Because it does say your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming a reality. So stay focused on them, even though it might seem there's nothing going on. Keep your focus in that direction. Hope that helps you, Philip. And thanks for coming on. Thanks for your question. Thanks everyone who's here asking for cards and stuff. It's my pleasure to do the cards for you. That's what I'm here for. That's what I enjoy doing, as well as meeting all you guys. So keep on asking though, because I might forget. I'm terrible like that. I really am. Good afternoon, Beverly. All is indeed going well for me. I hope all's going well for you, Beverly, and I'm glad to see you again too. Thanks for joining us. Lynn, he goes, bye, Andy, but Mr. Twig sounds fab. Brilliant. I'm really glad to hear that. Excuse me. Right, I'm coming to April Evans now, who says, could I please get a card? Yes, you most certainly could, / can. And for you, April, I'm going to bring out the deck. I don't usually bring this deck with me on the lives, actually. It's a favourite old deck, but I've used it to death. It's getting dog-eared now. But I had a feeling to bring this deck with me tonight. It's Doreen Virtues, Daily Guidance from Your Angels. Well, it's the angels' daily guidance from your angels, really. But here we go for you. And here we've got Release and Surrender. Okay, we shower you with blessings of our radiant love. Take me a while to read this one, and I'll show you it. Well, I'll show you it now. There it is. Release and Surrender for April. Okay, we shower you with blessings of our radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you've held tightly gripped within your hands. Open your hands, arms, and heart to our love and assistance. That's the message for April, and it's an angel message. So this is letting you know, April, the angels are close around you. The angels are on the case. They've got your back, and you can just lean back on them. Very similar message, actually, to the last one there, and that's for you, April. So I hope that helps you. Okay, you've only got to ask if you want help from the angels. That's all you've got to do. They're really amazing. Sometimes they don't kick in until it's absolutely bang on the last minute, and you're really kind of starting to think, hey, come on, guys, when are the angels? I don't wear a watch, but you know, when are the angels coming, guys? When are things going to pick up? When are things going to improve? It's the energy of the moment, April. So you might not be aware of their help until you really, really need it. But I feel you have been asking them, so I know they're on the case with you. Just keep on asking, okay? Because they're always waiting. They're always ready to help. But they've got a plan in place, April. So let go of the worry. The most amazing things can happen. You would not believe it. Well, maybe you would, but, you know, it's going to be even more unbelievable than that, April. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for your message. Do stick around. The night is young. You have the same deck of cards. All right, we've been through that one before then. Yeah, it's a great deck, actually. I love the old Doreen Virtue decks. She's kind of changed tack. But when she was working, she really was, she was channeling from the highest authority. It does become a burnout for some people after a while. That's the way it gets. Excuse my filthy mark on the chair, but it's an old chair that I got. I got it in a second-hand place, and it's already wrecked. But it's so comfortable. I just love this chair. So I'm going to take a little drink now. I'm not going to let you see the writing on the cup because there's a lot of swearing on this cup. I didn't realise until I picked it up and thought, oh my, that cup. Okay, Donna, I will come to you about that, okay? Because I think that's on a lot of people's minds. Hi, Twainer. Lovely to see you. Hope you're good today, Twainer. And Jerry O. Hello, Andy. You're spot on with needing a different medicine. I'm so glad. Jerry, I got to say, my friend, it's my spirit guides, okay? Because I call them my spirit guides. They're the ones that give the information to me. But all this information, all this love, all this light is actually coming from the realm of spirit guides, the realm of angels, the realm of the divine. And they're only my guides because they're the ones who work with me, the ones I talk to. Rosalie, my Native American, there are several of them, and they're wonderful. I couldn't do this without them. But that love and that light is for you all the time. And yeah, they really are on top of it, Jerry. And I'm so glad that that's helped you. You know, it's a wonderful thing. We're not really supposed to get into the area of medicines or whatever, but those are the laws of this world. And as long as people understand, I can't 100% guarantee everything because I might make a mistake when I'm channeling it or something. Please, friends, know that the most amazing things, the most miraculous things can come into being and actually happen for you if you only ask. Twainer, you certainly can. You might have to remind me. I'm just scrolling back a little bit because you're very welcome, April, by the way. And where are we? I saw Sarah. Right, Sarah would love to know which angel wants to work with her, please. Okay, I haven't even pulled a card yet, and I'm saying Metatron, Sarah. Okay, very, very high energy. But two things where you've got a lot of experience. One, you're an old soul. You've lived many lives, Sarah, right? And that's what's put you into contact with the spiritualist movement and, made you the sort of person that can believe in it, because not everyone has the good fortune to be able to believe in all this. It's also, Sarah, why you're quite an established spiritual business in this part of the world, and that is actually going to keep growing, by the way. But it's a very high level of energy that you work with. That's why you're kind of a busy person. You've got a lot. There's a lot going on with you. There's a lot going on in your mind. And Metatron is what came to me. I'm going to pull a card because, as we know, Metatron is right up at the top of the tree there. So where's my? Excuse me. It's always good when I hiccup. That's a sign that things are happening. But Sarah, I'm going to pull you a card from Ask an Angel by Tony Carmine Salerno. Tony with an I, but he is a man. He's a male artist, a psychic artist. And he doesn't just randomly produce decks, he paints and he paints. And every now and again, when he's got loads of paintings, he picks some out that he feels drawn to actually read and to actually put into a deck, and then he makes the guidebook, and then we get these amazing decks coming out of Blue Angel Galleries in Australia. Sarah, the angel I've got for you is this one. It's Samael, and it's the Shadow Self. Right, now I was talking about past lives there and past experience in this life. And Sarah, are you sitting on some of your experience a bit? That's something worth thinking about for all of us, actually, because it's human nature. We live in the moment we're in, and we have to be who we are in the moment we're in. If I go to the shops tomorrow and start giving messages out to all the people who work there, I'll probably get arrested. Then I'll just have to be Mr. Everyday Shopper. But the shadow self of me is what I let out when I'm doing these readings. And Sarah, bring that shadow self out some more. Yeah, you do. Right, okay, so just focus on bringing that out, okay? The angel's name I've got here is Samael, but I'm aware that you have a number of angels around you, Sarah. It's really quite hard for me to pin one down. They're around you all the time. Hi, Kasana. How lovely to see you. Really, there's three of us in West Wales, all linked up on the old internet telegraph thing here. But yeah, Sarah, that shadow self, okay? You're only sort of you're living more than half your truth. I'm not saying, you're living a lie or anything, nothing like that. But there's more of you to bring out into the world, more of you to live with. Now, you might fear other people's reactions, Sarah, but call upon Samael in particular over that. Also, I'm thinking Uriel, because it just the idea of Monday has come to me. Monday being a good, significant day for you to make business moves and push things forward with your spiritual business. And the angel of Mondays is Uriel. So Uriel's worth thinking about as well. Not exactly a clear answer, is it, Sarah? I've given you 3 names and told you there's a load more. But don't worry too much, okay? Keep on calling on the, if there's an angel you particularly want to link with, just reach out psychically in your meditation, in your mind. Reach out for that angel and you'll get to know them better, okay? But bring that shadow self, whatever's in the shadows, bring it forward, Sarah. Because, yeah, if you knew Sarah, she's a beautiful, clear kind of a soul. She's very open. I'm sure she's not hiding anything. I'm really sure you're not, Sarah. But focus on bringing it all out, okay? Really, everything. Be the full you. That's what we've got to say here. I've got to paint over that dot on the chair or something. It's where the last guy kind of sat rubbing his head. Oh. I do love a drink of water. Strange how my throat dries up while I'm doing these, isn't it, considering I talk non-stop. KDH, you and this group have wonderful energy. Thank you, Katie, and you must have that as well if you're drawn to this group. That's my take on that. But thank you very much. And I feel that about this group, actually. I feel very honoured that there are a lot of spiritual practitioners, people who actually do this kind of thing themselves, that tune into the channel. It is a wonderful level of energy. And I'm not trying to be kind of the big boss guy here or anything like that. I'm just, this is something I set up and this is what I do. And I really hope everyone else will kind of bring in their skills and their psychic psychicness and just get chatting and raise the vibration, you know, because that's what it's all about. We're always trying to raise the vibration. Hi, Sam. To you too. Yes, I'm feeling much warmer today. I'm actually, you know, I haven't got a hoodie on or anything like that. It's the temperature changes massively here because I'm in between the mountains and the sea, and there's a microclimate. It was -3 2 days ago. I had to blow up the car tyres because all the air in the tyres shrank. And that was Saturday and again Sunday, I think. But here we are now. We've had massive winds of change blowing, like really, and I can hear them blowing now. It took the internet out actually on Sunday, and today it's gone from -3 to +10, and it's night time in the UK now, but it is +10 outside at the moment. Astonishing amount of change. But guys, this is a real time when the winds of change are blowing. I'm sure many of you understand what Mercury retrograde means. I'm sure most of you know that it's Mercury retrograde at the moment. A lot of people see that as a negative thing. It's a time when negative things can come up because communication gets really weird and really stressful. Misunderstandings come out all the time, you know. But wouldn't you rather know that misunderstanding was in the air? Wouldn't you like to actually find your way around these things rather than just kind of going on and on without contemplating them, guys? Because Mercury retrograde is all about raising our awareness of all kinds of things in this life, but things that are difficult, usually around other people. That's why it plays through communication. It can wreck your car. I mean, I didn't think that was a terribly cosmic thing when my car got wrecked right at the beginning of Mercury retrograde, but hey, I learned something, you know. And if we find a clever way to get through Mercury retrograde without learning any lessons, we'll only get the lessons next time. So embrace those lessons, friends, and try and think positive about Mercury retrograde. It's actually coming to an end on the 20th, which I believe is this Saturday coming. I really hope it does come to an end on Saturday because I'm doing a big Zoom service for someone in the SNU. It's going to be great fun, but a lot more fun if the communication flows more smoothly. So Mercury retrograde, we just got to deal with it, have we not? Hi Eunice, lovely to see you, and thanks for that, Kasana. You got your headphone on, walking around smiling. I'm really glad to hear that. Yeah, nice yin yang, isn't it, Philip? Yeah, it's really nice on the wall there. I change backdrops every now and again. I'm blessed with some really beautiful backdrops, and I thought that would be a good one tonight. I've moved my chairs around and stuff a bit just to make it easy to flop back in the chair and be lazy with my physical body while my spiritual body is working. In other words, my mind. Anyway, what we got there? Lexi is saying, yeah, lucky me has important paperwork being looked at during the retrograde. Oh, LOL indeed. Yeah, well, I wish you the best of luck with that, Lexi. I really do, because that's a scary thought. But think of this colour, violet. Put the violet flame round it. Oh, that Mercury, Blair's Villager commented. Yeah, oh, that Mercury. It never stops 3 times a year, sometimes 4 times a year. But the astrology of this year is smoothing out. The heaviest time of it has been January, and then this retrograde in February. Very heavy energy, but it smooths out, it calms down, and it improves. Hi to you, Nicola. Is it Iaquinta or Iaquinta? I don't know. But Nicola, anyway, great. It's great to know you, and it's great to see you here. I'm very well, thanks. I hope you are too, Nicola. I really do. Okay. Eunice Ruffin. I'm going to do a card for Eunice Ruffin now. My hand is extremely drawn towards this deck, which is Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. So we'll see what's in here. Let us find out. Okay. Let's give this deck a shuffle. I haven't shuffled this deck much today. It's been on the shelf. I use different decks on different days. And by the way, the reason for that is that I'm constantly doing readings. If anybody would like a private reading, 35and83@gmail.com. Please do drop me a Gmail. at 35and83@gmail.com, and we will arrange a private reading if we possibly can. I also do birth charts. I also do healing and chakra balancing. You know, it's all going on. So please email me if you're interested in doing that on a private level. I'd be very happy to help you if I can. Hello, Linda Hefflinger. Ah, nice to see you too. And thank you so much for that lovely donation, Linda. And this reminds me, actually, just before I go into this card for Eunice Ruffin, if anybody would like to help out, it is greatly, greatly appreciated. Take a look at my page, ko-fi.com/Andy's Readings. That's all one word, no apostrophe. There are pictures there of my life going on and all the stuff that happens. And I try to take pictures and photos and stick them on there. Sometimes there's a bit of astrology. I've been thinking about doing daily astrology posts on there to kind of give something back to the people who support me through Ko-fi. But if you possibly can, it's ko-fi.com/Andy's Readings, all one word, no apostrophe. Okay, there's a link to my Gmail, to my Facebook, to my Instagram, and to that Ko-fi page directly underneath all my upload videos. It's harder to put them. I can't really add a description for these when I'm working through the mobile phone. So there won't be one under this video, but check out my last upload video. Okay, I think it's one where I'm in the car, something like that anyway, but it'll be on my list of uploaded, you know, if it doesn't say live, then it's uploaded, and you'll find the links to all that down there. But Eunice Ruffin, what have we got for Eunice? I've shuffled enough now. Okay, let's bring this one out. Here we go. You know, I was going to do this one first, Eunice, because it was at the top of the deck when I opened it. I thought, no, let's shuffle. And I shuffled like mad, and this one came out for you, Eunice Ruffin. And it says, take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Okay, so what you're involved with is the work of your whole life, Eunice. And although whatever you're going through at the present time might feel like, well, you've just got to kind of keep going and do this, see it in the context of your whole life. Okay, I'm sure that you'll get off this treadmill. I feel you're having to do lots and lots of the same thing at the moment, Eunice. Or maybe it's like Groundhog Day, you know, where you go through a day and nothing's changed. Something like that. Just take a break from the whole thing. And if you can't take a physical break and go away somewhere, which, let's face it, hardly anyone can go away anywhere at the moment. I've got a friend going to Mexico in March, but most of us can't sort of travel at the moment. Difficult, but take a break in terms of detaching, not so much from the drama as the monotony. I feel that, you know, it's monotonous. It's kind of boring for you, Eunice. I think you're doing something that's in tune with your heart, but I just don't feel it's getting you where you feel you need to be. Okay, so just, you know, try and cut off from it, even if that's just in a short time of meditation. And we've been asking the angels lots of stuff tonight. So Eunice, ask the angels. You know, that's important. They're willing to help you. They're ready to help you. And they can make the most amazing things happen. Very, very transformational, particularly when you think nothing's going to change. So, Eunice, I hope that has helped you, my friend. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Let me take a drink of water, and we will keep on wiggling. Kasana says she would love a reading. Now, Kasana, I owe you a massive apology. This is the second time, Kasana, that I've said, oh, I'm really sorry. I know you want a reading, and I forgot. It's just been that kind of time. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry with 2 zeros as well. Kasana, I'll get a reading out to you. I really want to make that tomorrow, okay? I don't have any readings booked for tomorrow. So that'll be what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'll email you about it or message you or something, Kasana. I tend to forget readings until the time is right. I tend to think these are beneficial delays in some way. So whatever I come up with tomorrow, I hope will have been worth waiting for, Kasana. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will, actually. Yeah, we are in a retrograde. That is a very true thing. And April's saying she gave a message to someone yesterday from a person who passed over just out of the blue, and you just went with it. Yeah, that's great. I'm delighted you guys are having these conversations on here, because that is really what the group is all about. Hello, Erin's son. Hello, D. Now, D would love a card. So I'm going to do a card for D. I'm going to do a card for lots of people. You might have to remind me. You really might. For D, I have... Where are you, D? Yeah, for D, Gal, I have got Moonology cards tonight. Okie dokie. Now, we're in a rising phase of the moon at the moment. She's on her way up. We are coming up to a full moon much later in the month, and that's going to be the snow moon. But we are in late February, actually, now. It's passed so quickly. But we're past Valentine's Day. It's the 15th. It's actually all happening. Okay. So, D-Gal, the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn for D-Gal. Okay, so things are going to change for the better, D. This, I feel there's a treadmill going on for you as well, actually, D. I feel this has actually gone on for quite some years as well. This isn't just where it's been months and months. This is almost a lifelong treadmill for you. That's what I feel. But things, that side of it is going to come to an end. That door is going to close and a new door is going to open. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Hold on tight. Okay, it's going to be quite a ride. Think of that Capricorn energy. Think of the goaty energy and the way the goat can hang on. Goats are very sure-footed. So don't kind of move into the new cycle until you feel totally ready, D. But embrace it when it comes, okay? Don't put it off for too long. Get moving and then keep moving, D. That's the thing to do, because things are changing for you and you are certainly going places. Right. Hi, Rose. Doing well, doing very well, thanks. Rose, I'll come and do a card for you, okay? But right now I'm going to Beverly Spencer, who's reminding me for a card, please, okay? I'm being told to go with Moonology again, so Moonology is what I will go with. And this is for Beverly Spencer. Okay. So glad you joined us, Beverly. I know some of you guys can't always come on at a time when I'm doing a live. So, you know, I do some very late at night and some during the day. This is wonderful to hear. You nailed it. I'm glad to hear that, D. That's wonderful for me to hear. Change for the better. Most certainly. But Beverly Spencer, similar message actually. This is a new moon card, and we've come on a bit from the new moon now. I think she's about 35-36% full at the moment, on her way up and rising. So tap into that new moon energy, Beverly. Okay, it says on the card, what is it? I can't see. A new start is coming. Okay, I can't read it backwards in the camera, unfortunately. But there you go. A new start is coming, and there's going to be nothing unfortunate about that for you at all, Beverly. So this is less a change as a new start. Okay, I don't feel you'd be radically changing direction, Beverly, but you're going to be like finding new blessings in the situation you're actually in. The energy's going to change as well. That's the truth. Because that's what a new moon does, you know. It's a fresh start. It's a time when nothing's going on, and that's the potential for great things to happen, and they will in the very near future, Beverly. Hope that's helpful to you. Twainer, I'm coming to you right now. Aria, you might have to remind me, but I will attempt. Well, I will. I'll come to you later. I really will. Okay. Card for Twainer. What are we going to do for Twainer? We are going to do chakra cards for Twainer Bernard, or Bernard. I hope I've pronounced that right. Really glad you're with us tonight, Twainer. Okay, so what have we got for Twainer? Give me a card for Twainer Bernard. It rhymes, see? It rhymes and it works. So what have we got for Twainer? What have we got? It's this one, Rebirth, Twainer. Wow, it's all about newness tonight. It's all about kind of one cycle ending and another cycle starting. Rebirth, Twainer, and this is something to do with an idea that you've had. This isn't going to be a completely new thing for you either. This is actually something that you've been contemplating, but the way it's going to come real, the way it's going to come to life for you, Twainer, is a very real thing indeed. We've got this butterfly figure down at the bottom of the card, and great big clouds of turquoise truth all around it. And the light here is shining in the darkness. Okay, so Twain, you're actually going to find something out that you might have found it out already, actually. But, you know, the ideas change, and the nature of life suddenly changes when you find out new things, Twain. And so rebirth, you're going to be kind of reinventing yourself, I suppose, as much as anything. But life is going to be different for you in a very, very positive way. And it has to do with speaking your truth. See all this turquoise mixed with purple in this card. To speak your truth is such a healing thing, because Twain, your truth is going to be able to heal people, and it's going to bring healing closer into your own heart as well. Hello, Salma. I'm really glad you're with us. Yeah, beautiful colours indeed. And this deck is Rachel Sharman's Chakra Reading Cards, available on Amazon the last time I looked. I don't know, it doesn't really work for you, Salma, but, you know, I hope you find a way of getting this deck if you would like to have it, you know, because it is an absolutely beautiful deck. And that does resonate for you, Beverly. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for coming on, for supporting the channel, for giving me a question, which actually gives me something to do, which is fabulous. And, you know, just for everything. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. I'm just scrolling up a bit because someone asked me it's a mediumship question, and this is Rose Ireland. I'm doing very well, thanks, Rose. I hope you are too. And you would love a card, please. Your sister passed on. Excuse me. Well, that is really, you know, I'm sorry to hear your sister's passed on, Rose. I really am. I've been through bereavement myself. I do actually still have a living sister. I'm blessed in that sense, but everyone else from my family is departed now. We had a sort of wave of cancer that passed through the family, and whatever causes it, you know, it's not just a sad thing and a bad thing. It's such a weird thing. And I should imagine, Rose, that you would actually understand that, you know, this is part of life. And that's what I want to tell you, is your sister is now on the other side of life. Let me just go quiet for a second. Hang on, I'm going to go quiet. I'm going to take a sip of water, and I'm going to close my eyes and see if something comes for Rose Ireland. Right, Rose, she's telling me, or, you know, the voice that I'm hearing when I tune in and ask for your sister, the voice I'm hearing is saying that you actually can do it, that there's something you feel you can't do at the moment. Because this is quite a recent passing we're talking about at the moment. And it's kind of, you know, a passing like that, someone close to you, really changes things. I feel that you were good friends as sisters, you know, not all siblings get on, but I feel you were good friends. I don't feel you were able to be as close to each other as you would have liked to have been for quite a time. It's as if one of you was working away from the other one, or, you know, there was something in life was kind of calling you away from actually being close together as sisters. But there's a close bond between you. Now, Rose, she does actually come around you, and this is a wonderful thing, particularly if she's passed recently. It can take them a long time to actually come around us, but she does come around you. You have a crystal somewhere that you kind of hold when you think of her, and she's aware of that. She really is. But the overwhelming message from her is you can do it. Okay, if you feel that you just can't go on, and if you're my age, you might remember that song. If you feel like you can't go on, blah, 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 reach out, I'll be there. You know that song? And even though she's physically not there, she's always going to be there with you somewhere. It might be in the back of your mind. That's coolio, that's okay. We can't be thinking of people all the time when they've passed on. But there's a place in your heart, okay? And she does come around you, Rose, okay? So just close your eyes and talk to her, and you'll feel an answer coming back. I'm really sure of that. But what she's saying is you can do it, okay? Don't worry about a thing. You can do it. And, you know, with that, you know, just keep on reaching out, okay? She's there when you reach out. She really is. Your partner's sister passed, Philip. Sorry to hear that. Not all that old. That is a great shame, actually, when someone, people seem to be cut off early, don't they? And it's kind of too early. And actually, this is a very hard thing to say, and I don't want to upset anybody. But I was told this by a medium who lost her baby before he was even actually born, before he even tasted life. So I'm sure she wouldn't have said this unless she totally trusted and believed in it. And I found this to be true myself as well. But the truth spiritually is that you can't actually go before your time. That there's a time for everyone. And even though she lost her child while he was still inside her, something of that child's life had actually tasted life, and whatever the spiritual forces of reincarnation were up to at that time, there was, whatever was meant to happen happened. So when someone passes at a young age, it is a tragedy, It's a tragedy when anyone goes. Honestly, one here. I know of a chap who died when he was 94, and that's a great innings. But he happened to be at the top of his profession, and a great many people were very, very sorry that he'd gone and just wished he'd had a few more years at 94. So there's never really a good time to go from our human perspective. But when people are taken, it's always been that way. It's sort of written in the book of whatever that they have in eternity. And that person is going to reincarnate as well. That soul is going to reincarnate. And whatever you loved about that person is going to be there on the other side of life when it's your time to go over. Don't do anything to make that time come any quicker, okay? Just, got to live your own life out. Seems crazy to me. I'm 57. I'm much older than my mother was when she passed now. And I think, why on earth would she go as young as she did? Who knows? Can't make any sense of it. But it'll all make sense one day. And, this is only one side of life that we're living here in the world right now. So anyway, I hope that's helped. I really do hope that's helped. I hope everything I do helps as much as possible. But here we go. While we're actually on that thought of mediumship, Linda's asking me a question, please. My sister passed 8 years while we were quite angry with it. Excuse me. While we were quite angry with it. Oh, I've got the hiccups. So this is a good one because I've got the hiccups. Your sister passed 8 years ago, and you were still quite angry with each other. Does she have a message now? And this is for Linda Hefflinger. Okay. Right, well, she wants to underline, and you'll have been told this, you'll have been told this before, Linda, because this is an extremely true thing, and hang on to this. When people go to the other side, they see a much bigger picture. They see where maybe they might not have been quite fully understanding you, and they see you and your heart for what it really is, and they become aware of the love, and they send that love back to you, people who pass over go into a state of pure light, and your sister is reminding you, and she's sort of reminding me as well, about that as well as this message, which is things changing for the better, Linda. And that's kind of a very simple thing. Let me see if I can tune in some more and go further into that. Okay, there are changes going on around you at the moment, Linda, and they're not easy changes to deal with. And I'm feeling that, sorry about the hiccups, guys, but this is what happens when I get on a roll. The changes that are going on are actually teaching you something at the moment, Linda, and they're more positive than they actually seem. But I feel there's a physical move of some sort coming up for you, Linda. I don't know if this is a new home or if this is a work move, but you're going to be traveling to somewhere different, somewhere you don't usually go to. And this isn't just a journey of the mind. This is a physical journey somewhere, Linda. This is what I'm being told. But as difficult as it might be, it is actually positive. There's going to be a real good outcome. A real good outcome from a situation that isn't all that good. I won't repeat the word she's said to me, actually. She's kind of quite a character with her words, I think. And that might have actually given you some friction at one time or another. But there's no friction there now. Really, there isn't. She's around you in your home as well, Linda. She really is. That is the case with a great many people in the spirit realms. But they do come particularly close when there's something going on, because they want to sort of pour some love out around you. And so she's around you doing that, Linda. But look out for this move, for this change. Whatever it is that's coming up, life is going to be different. It's worrying you at the moment, but just let it go, Linda, okay? Because it is going to be a positive outcome for you. It really is. Okay. I hope that's been of some help to you, Linda. And, 8 years ago, it's still a big loss, isn't it? It's more than 30 years since my mother passed. But, I've got her in that place in my heart, where she's always there and she's always real. But, however many years, we miss these people. And particularly if you've been arguing at the time, or you just weren't too sweet with each other at the time, it feels like it was cut off at just the wrong time. But that's how it feels for us. Again, like I've been saying to so many people tonight, when we get to the other side of life, everything makes sense. Everyone becomes pure light, and they will come close around us when we need them. But when we don't feel them close around us, they step back into the shadows, but they never go away. They just step back because it's your life now, it's my life now, it's our lives now. And we have to make the decisions. We have to sort things out as best as we can in the sort of terms and conditions that are set by this physical realm that we live in. Every life is a lesson, and the walk through life brings more lessons. And as crazy as it might seem that the worldly lessons mean something in eternity, they really do. That's why this world is here. That's why we have these incarnations. So, Linda, I will give you that with the love of the spirit realms. I seriously hope that is helping. I really, really do. And, I'm sorry for your loss, as I so often say. Okay. Kate, hi. Kate, nice to see you here. Hope things are good on the other side of the planet there. It's great to connect with people all over the world like this. With people, animals, and refrigerators. Yeah. Well, yeah, refrigerators are forever changing, actually. I want a new fridge, and it's different to the last fridge I got like 2 years ago that has died. And there's one change. They don't last as long as they used to. Don't read the writing on my cup. It's swearing. I'll have to bring a different cup next time. It's an American cup as well, actually. It was sent to me by someone in America. It's really nice to have it. She sent me some food as well. I had some Hostess mini donut things, which were absolutely lovely. I really enjoyed them. And some like goldfish-shaped cheesy snacks I just had this evening. And on the weekend, I had a bag of Cheez-Its. And they're really weird because they don't smell of cheese, but they taste of cheese. Wow. Interesting stuff, crazy stuff, but I'm really seeing the other side of the world when I tuck into those things. Rosa Danilas, hi Andy, how are you doing today? I'm doing great, thank you Rosa, except I keep getting hiccups. Nice to see you too. Erinson and Kathy Miller Stewart, what does my late husband want to share with you or your guides, specifically about our adult children and their lives? Right. They're okay. Now, he tells me he was quite a picky father. He was quite strict. I feel he was a cheerful sort of man. Your children would have good memories of him. He wasn't strict in a nasty way, but he wanted things to be done right. He wanted he wanted them to grow up right and live the right life as he saw it. It's a different point of view, but everyone sees things from this different viewpoint on the other side. What I've got to say to you from him is that they're following their hearts, okay? And They might be living lives that he wouldn't have approved of when he was in his earthly form, but he keeps an eye on them, and he keeps an eye on you too as well, Kathy. And he says the important thing is to follow your heart, and that's what your children are doing. That's what this is actually all really about, for them and for you. He's telling me you're kind of concerned about them, though. It's as if, Kathy, it's as if you feel that there's a danger, not an imminent danger right now, but there's a danger in the future going forward. Just don't fear it, okay? The angels are there for them as much as anyone. I don't feel they're kind of radical angel believers, either of them, actually. But they do. Are there more than 2 children, Kathy? I feel that I'm seeing 2 children here in particular. But is that both your children, or is that 2 in particular of your children that I'm seeing here? I feel that there's quite a physical separation of many miles, maybe even hundreds. I've got to even say thousands of miles, actually. Don't know if that's physical or metaphorical, but there is quite a big distance. But what he's telling me, Kathy, is whatever happens, don't let that actually drive you up. 4 children, right? But whatever happens, don't let anything drive you apart from those 4 children. Even if there's a physical distance, keep on kind of keeping in touch with them. Keep on sending them love, because you only get one chance to say it. That's what he's telling me. Well, you get one life to say it in. That's what he's saying. Now he's passed to the other side. He can only sort of come through mediums, and he can kind of come through you as well, Kathy. He is very close to you, and sometimes you're given the words, and if you're going to have an awkward conversation with one or more of your children, Kathy, know that he'll be with you, and he'll help you find the words, even if it's something you feel you know nothing about and you don't know what to say. Go right ahead and say it, okay? Because he'll give you the words. And ask your angels, Kathy. Ask the angels to work with you on that, okay? I get the feeling everything isn't plain sailing there. That's just a feeling I get. But I'm being told it's going to be okay. It's as it should be, okay? There's an imbalance involved somewhere, but it's going to come into balance. Things are going to balance out. Things are going to steady up and be better that way. Okay, I really hope that's helped you, my friend, and thank you so much for that question. Okay, let's keep moving. I'm just scrolling up to see who, if anyone I've missed. Hello, Raven. I'm glad you joined us. I'm really glad you joined us. Okay. Nicola is saying, I feel very blessed. My partner who died came whilst I was meditating, and then the next day in a dream. It is lovely when that happens, isn't it, Nicola? Yeah, that's happened to me. Wonderful thing. Leaves you sort of feeling warm all over. It really does. Kathy, you're very welcome, and thank you for being part of the channel, and thank you for your question. Great. Okay. I talk to the kids and he really speaks through me. Yeah, hey, great. Well, keep on keeping on with that, and keep talking to them. That was really the feeling I got. Even if it feels awkward sometimes, keep on talking to them, Kathy. That's so important. Okay, Salma's asking, should I put garlic oil in my dog's ears or should I leave them alone? Okay. Right, yeah, I'm glad you asked it, Salma. I'm going to go for a yes or no with the pendulum. I'm going to see what happens. The pendulum moves things along a bit, and I don't know if I'm going to keep going for like 90, 100 minutes tonight. I'm going to try and do 3 sessions a week instead of 2. And talking to my guides, I'm going to have to kind of make them 1-hour sessions, I think. Because basically they're telling me I can handle 3 hours a week. So if I want to do 3 sessions, it's got to be 3 1-hour sessions. But let's ask about putting garlic oil in Salma's dog's ears. Should she or shouldn't she? And the pendulum is settling out into a yes. I guess you can't tell on the screen whether it's going side to side or in a circle. Quite hard to tell in 2 dimensions, but it is doing circles over my hand here. And the longer I hold it, the bigger the circles are. So I'm sure that's a yes, Salma. I want to say go gently with it though, okay? Because it can come as a shock to a dog. I'm sure you know that. And I know there's a lot of trust with you and your dog, actually. I really feel there's a lot of trust there. And that's great. But, you know, go gently at it. And that's a yes. That really is, okay? Not too much. That's what my guide is whispering in my ear. Not too much garlic oil. Do it gently and make sure it's kind of warmed up a bit as well, because it's much hotter inside any creature's ear than it is on the outside. It's one of the warmest parts of the body, so warm it up a bit. 1 or 2 drops only. That's the ticket. And, you know, just kind of, I don't know how you would warm oil up. Maybe hold it in your hand, or if you got it in a glass vial or something, hold the vial in your hand so it comes up to your temperature, your body temperature, and then it won't be a shock to her. Okay. Right, where are we going? Where are we going? I got a reminder for a question a second ago. Lexi McCormack Parker, reminder for a card, please. Yes, yes, yes. Lexi, where are we going with Lexi? We're going with the Angel Oracle cards again for Lexi McCormack. Okay. Now this will point you in a particular direction. That's what these cards do. They're kind of very, very directive. So let's give these a shuffle and see where we get. Lovely gold edges on the cards. You don't seem to get that anymore, but you did 10, 12 years ago when this deck was first in print. And I hope you still do if they're still selling them these days, and I hope they're doing that. Linda, you're very welcome. Oh, yeah, you're very welcome. And that's going to allow you to move closer to your children. That's a fantastic thing, actually, because the families we have are a true blessing. And when people pass away, okay, that family is still there and you will all be together on the other side one of these days. But this is the world where we feel love and affection, and this is the best place to really express it. So it's great if you can be closer together. It really, really is. But Lex McCormack, this is the card for you. It says, be honest with yourself. And I'll hold it up for a second so you can take in what we're actually seeing there and get a feel for what this is all about. But I'm going to just pull it back and I'm going to read it to you now, okay? Be honest with yourself. Look into your heart and you will know the truth of this situation. It's safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desires, and they'll come to you upon angels' wings. So that is the message, Lex. I think that's going to mean more to you than anything I could possibly come up with psychically. Because there's something really strongly magical about these cards, and this deck in particular has got a lot of that psychic energy behind it somehow. I don't know how they do it, but they do. And we've got this figure here who looks a bit, she reminds me a bit of the Blessed Virgin Mary from the Catholic tradition, but she's got that lapis lazuli coloured headscarf on. And when you're being honest with yourself, you're tuning into the truth. And even though that might seem you've kind of taken it all on yourself to be honest with yourself, actually the answers are coming on angels' wings always. And this colour, lapis lazuli, is the colour of a very powerful spiritual stone of connection. So I really hope that helps you, Lex. Look into your heart to find the answers, okay? And you find wonderful answers in the heart. Answers to questions you didn't know you wanted to ask, actually. And they're often better answers than the ones you were going to ask. So thanks for that, Lex. And thanks for coming on the video tonight and being part of everything. Hello, Charlotte O'Keefe. Blessings to you too. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Sunny. Nice to see you too. And by the way, I want to thank everyone who's contributed to the coffee page. If you would like to buy me or buy the channel a coffee, please head over to ko-fi.com facebook.com/Andy's Readings, all one word, no apostrophe. You can take a look at the snow pictures. You can take a look at the very last picture of my old car before it finally gave out, and there'll be more pictures appearing on there soon. I'm thinking, actually, by way of giving something back, I might start doing daily astrology posts on there about how the planets are changing. You know, if you contribute something, then you'll get access to that page, because it's only fair to give something back, I think. But you know, head on over to coffee.com/Andy's Readings. There's a link to that underneath any of my uploaded videos. Most of the videos on my channel have that link. Now then, who popped up just there? Here we go. Prem Kumar, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. How can I purchase a reading? Well, I'd be very happy to do a reading for you, Prem. My email is 35and83@gmail.com. Okay, that way, well, you could actually do it through Coffee, yeah. But that's coffee, ko-fi.com/Andy's Readings, all one word, no apostrophe. Okay, but if you email me at 35and83@gmail.com, Prem, we can have a kind of conversation about it, and we'll sort something out. I'll be very happy to read for you, and thanks for your request. Okay. Oh, that's very kind of you, Salma. I always hope to be accurate, and I'm really, really glad you're seeing it that way. I'm not so good at other things, Salma. I'm very forgetful about other things, but there we are. Lexi McCormack Parker, glad my friend told me about you. Big smile there. I'm very glad your friend told you about me as well, actually, because it's great to know you, Lexi, and thanks so much. So here we go. Debbie Fitzsimmons, I guess my other questions weren't meant to be answered at this time. May I get a card for now? Okay, Debbie, most certainly. Let's see what I'm being told. I'm being told to stay with this one. Okay, card for Debbie Fitzsimmons. Debbie, I'm so sorry if I've missed the what you've typed in. Once I go into a message, I tend to stop watching the screen because I want to focus on getting it right. I just wish there was more time to do these things. I really do. Because, you know, it's wonderful to do it. But guys, all the time, even if I don't answer your question, I hope you're kind of seeing that the psychic way is a good way, the mediumship way is a good way, and somehow your question will be answered eventually. But this is for you. Ooh, hey. Now this is a nice one. New partner. I'm going to read it out. A chance meeting is no mistake. It is divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to new people we send into your life. You will recognize them by your sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. Now, it says new partner. This doesn't have to mean like a new love in your life or anything like that. It can be a work partner. It can just be a really good friend. But there's someone coming into your life. That's the truth. Okay, and it's really going to be uplifting because we've got the amazing angel horse here, sort of angel Jack horsewoman here, and the angel lady herself, kind of dancing together in the sky, okay? And when someone new comes in, and it's someone that's sent by the angels that's meant to be there, it feels like that person is meant to be there, and that way you do actually achieve things together. Even if it's just, you know, giving each other comfort, that kind of thing. It doesn't have to be a massive concrete achievement, but there's comfort coming from another person. That's going to be so uplifting for you, and it is going to allow more and more things to happen. But do ask your other questions again sometime, okay? I will do them if I can. I'm sort of coming slowly towards the end of this evening's session, actually. My throat is drying out, and I just want to save up some energy, really, because then I can go live again Wednesday or Thursday. I might, you know, but another day this week. And then, all being well, if the wind doesn't blow the internet off again, I'll be here on Sunday night to a bit later time. I'll go make it 10 or 11 in the evening on Sundays, the UK evening, which makes it 4 or 5 Central USA time. But I'm not finished yet. I'm just saying I'm sort of moving towards the close of things. Raven Manning, message for me. If you can make time, Andy. Okay, well, yeah, I'll make time for you, Raven. What else am I going to do? A message for you. Well, I'm going to use a card, Raven, and I'm going to go with messages from your animal spirit guides. I'm going to have a very quick shuffle, actually, because this card deck is very magical at coming up with just the right thing, almost when you least expect it. And here we go, Raven. There's the first part of it. Something good is going to happen when you least expect it. If you're not expecting it at the moment, expect the unexpected. That's exactly what they'll be expecting you to expect. Card for you, Raven. Polar Bear. This is the card for you. Stand up for yourself and speak your truth respectfully and compassionately with no attachment to outcome. Okay, so whatever it is you need to get said, Raven, don't worry about the effect it's going to have. Just get it said, make it your truth, you know, and it's saying respectfully and compassionately. I know you can do that. I don't think you would have any doubt that you can do that, actually, but it is the Polar Bear card. Okay, so this is coming in from a place where you feel the truth is kind of frozen within you. You've got to have that bear energy and really bring it out if you can, Raven. Okay, but standing up for yourself, so important. And it really is good to do that with all the compassion you can. Because when you stand up for yourself, it's because you've got to stand up for yourself because someone isn't treating you right or isn't respecting you or something's not right. And they're going to get a shock when you stand up for yourself. But do it, and do it with compassion, and it's going to work for you, Raven. Thanks for your question. Thanks for joining us. Nicola is recommending me. Thank you very much, Nicola. I recommend you as a friend to anyone. You're great. You really are, and thank you. Angels for Wildlife. Not sure what that means, Donna. Oh yeah, because of the flying horse situation there. Yeah, I'm sure angels are always looking out for wildlife as much as they're looking out for us as well. I'm going to do a message now for Sunny. Can I have a message from my daughter Mickey? She's had a tough start to 2021. Okay, going to use a card for this one again. And going to go with Kyle Gray's Keepers of the Light. The deck that just keeps on giving. It's a great deck. It really is. Okay, so what have we here? A good shuffle. Make sure I'm in the zone here. So a card for Mickey. 2 cards have fallen out. Okay, saves me shuffling for a long time, which is great. But it's going to be 2 cards for Mickey. Okay, so the answer has 2 sides to it. First card, Kalimar, Facing Fear. And she's wearing a necklace of skulls here. So she's taking something that's fearful and holding it close to her heart and giving it some love. And that's why she's all lit up with these beautiful vermilion flowers. It says on the card for Mickey now, major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. So whatever she's going through at the moment is actually preparing her to really go high. Been a difficult start to 2021, but she's been learning lessons. Am I right? I really feel that Mickey has been learning lessons, Sonny. Hard lessons. I really do. The second card I've got for her is something, it's in the same vein. It's Sanat Kumara. And it says on it, light activation. And it looks as if he's got a light bulb on the end of his staff here, you know, and he brings light into the world. Sanat Kumara is saying to Mickey, shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. So she's got some intuition as Mickey, okay? And the thing for her to do is really follow what that intuition is telling her to do. And try and be fearless about it, okay? When things have gone wrong a lot in the past, or, you know, in the very recent past as well, we get used to things going wrong and we tend to start thinking that things aren't really going to go right after that, that things aren't going to work out the same as we'd like them to, because that things are obviously going the wrong way. Not so. Good evening, Adrian. So glad you could join us. Love, light, blessings, and peace to you. I'm really glad you're here. How's it going, Adrian? But yeah, for Mickey, okay, she's got some intuition. I always hiccup when I'm on a roll, so I'm sure this is right. Believe me, I'm not drunk. I don't drink. I smoke like a chimney, so I can't say I'm teetotal, but I don't drink. But Mickey, yeah, act on your intuition, okay? If you've had a great idea for something you could do, and that's kind of got squashed down, particularly around the beginning of this year. Think, 2021 is a long thing. We're only halfway through February here. So positive change is coming, Mickey. When you hit rock bottom, you can't go down anymore. When you get to the bottom, you can't go any further. The only way is up after that, and things start things start becoming more hopeful. I'm hiccuping like a mad thing now. Adrian, you're under ice. Oh, blimey, under ice in Virginia. Now that seems crazy to me, Adrian, because I only really know America through movies and songs, and I'm just thinking of that song, Take Me Home, Country Roads, West Virginia. And you wouldn't I just don't think of it as a place with cold weather. But if you're under the snow and you're under the ice, I guess that's the way it is. But guys, the ice always melts when you get there. Always melts in the end, So keep on keeping on, whatever you're doing. Okay, one more card. Aaron's son, can you pull a card for me? You've been here ages, Aaron, so I'm going to do you that card regarding taking on animal care. Okay, let's see what we've got. For you, I'm going into the Ascended Masters deck here, taking on animal care. I feel it feels like it's a bit exhausting for you, Aaron. It feels like you're more than willing to do this out of the love in your heart and out of compassion, But it feels like it's going to be quite a lot for you to take on. So I'm not saying do it or don't do it. The card we've got here for you is Meditate, and it's Siddhartha Gautama Buddha. So very ancient energy coming in there and a very peaceful energy. And I feel, Aaron, that you're thinking about this. This is on your mind a lot, and it feels like you've got to sort of do this or do something about it. Don't be pushed into it, okay? It's really important to take your time and think about it. Because it is going to be a daily commitment, and it might be really kind of quite difficult for you to do it. I'm not saying don't do it. I actually feel you will do it in the end. Okay, that's the feeling I get. But this card, Meditate. Just take some time out from worrying about it and just give it time. Okay, ask the angels to come in and look after that for you too as well, Aaron, and they will oversee things until you're ready to make that move. And you will, you'll get there. If they're telling me to say you'll get there, it's going to happen. Okay, just give it time. You're going to need time to prepare for this. People might want to rush you into caring for an animal, but you make sure you give it plenty of time. And if it's kind of one of those situations where the animal needs someone like yesterday, then try and get someone else to kind of just help with the situation so it's not all on you. People will always help with animals, I once took on a sheepdog. My girlfriend got thrown out of her flat, and the new flat she got, they didn't allow pets at all. So I had this sheepdog to stay with me, and it's a farming community, and so many people helped. It was really, really fantastic the way people helped. Straight away, I had a big sack of dog food just brought round for me, and so people will help. I wish you luck with that, Aaron. I feel this animal thing is going to really bring a good soulmate into your life in a big way, and we all need them. We all benefit from them. So, Aaron, son, thank you so much for your question. I wish you all the very best with that. Hello, Celtic Tarot Sheila. I'm really glad you joined us. My friend, I'm coming towards the end of this session, actually. It's just the way it is. I'm going to try and do 3 of these a week. But here we go, Andy. Andy, I need you to email me. I would love to invite you to the remote view. I would love you to invite me to the remote view too, Sheila. Okay. Now then, Sheila, your email address is actually in the description under your videos, isn't it? I think I've seen it there before. So yes, I will. I'll look that up, Sheila, and I'll email you pretty much as soon as I'm finished here, because it would be lovely to do that. It really would. I love branching out and networking with people. I was saying earlier, a friend of mine brought me some American snacks. I've had some Hostess mini donut things, which were really lovely. I've still got a little packet of 6 of those to come. I've had some goldfish-shaped cheesy cracker things. I've had Cheez-Its. I now know what Cheez-Its are like. It's underneath all of your videos. I thought it was, Sheila. Absolutely brilliant. I'm really looking forward to that. That sounds like a great idea. And I will make myself available. I really will. Because remote viewing is actually, it's a great thing to do. And if any of you guys are into these, and I know many of you are spiritual practitioners, remote viewing sounds like a big ask, but think about it, guys. It's possible. You know, all things are possible. Melanie, apple cider vinegar, great for indigestion. That's, you know, I've got some, Melanie, but I feed it to my chickens. It's in a little bottle with a picture of a chicken on it because it stops chickens getting fleas. So I have to check if it's fit for human consumption. I'm going to take some. But I only seem to hiccup when I'm on a roll. So great. Yeah, I got some American junk food. Yeah, that's where it's at. I really felt like I'd linked into something when I got that. I've still got some Trader Joe's pita bites, I think they're called. I haven't opened them yet. I'm looking forward to getting into that. Disobey. Let me go to disobey. You were asking for a message, I think. And then I'm going to be drawing this to a close pretty soon, guys. And I'm sorry to do that. I'm going to miss you all. I really enjoy these sessions. Disobey, would I be able to have a card, please, love? Yeah, most certainly. That's good. I don't know if you watch Coronation Street, but that's how they talk on Coronation Street. Have a card, please, love. Yes, you can, love. Most certainly. Okay. Disobey. Right, I had a good old shuffle there. But I've brought up the same card again that I had just a minute ago for Erin, son. Meditate, Siddhartha Gautama Buddha. So you need to be dropping down. Excuse me. You need to be dropping your consciousness down into that space of meditation. Disobey. I feel that you actually already do that on a fairly regular basis. But think of this, okay? When you're thinking about meditating, and this is why it's a different card for you, you see. It's good to meditate. When we talk about regular meditation, that's great. But it doesn't have to be regular, as in the time on the clock, okay? It's not so much the time on the clock as the part of your daily routine, because that way it's a rhythm. And the spirit world always recognize a rhythm. You know, that's why spiritual drumming sessions are so important. And that's why many cultures drum for spiritual purpose, for spiritual purposes. So meditate. I'm going to actually do you a second card as well. And this is what's going to happen through regularizing that meditation. Disobey. Freedom. Okay. And it's Hina. And you can see she's pretty well happy, this lady. She's not exactly smiling, but she doesn't really need to because she's just happy. Because something set her free. And that regular meditation is going to set you free. And spiritual work is going to set you free. The more of it you do, disobey. So look into it, okay? Spot on. I'm very glad to hear it. Thank you so much. Where are we? Yeah, Nicola, I'll make sure I'll let you know, okay? I'm not advertising too much on Facebook at the moment, Nicola, because I've got a stalker. And it's, I just don't want her finding out when these lives are, because she's one of those ladies that won't take no for an answer. And this has been something like 8 years that she's been following me all over the place. It gets on my tripe, it really does. So that's why I don't always advertise on Facebook, but I'll make sure you find out about it, Nicola. I really would. I would love to work with Sheila. I think that's going to be fantastic. actually. And I think it's going to be a good show that day or that night, as it may be in UK. But I will make myself available. That is going to be great. Guys, friends, I'm going to draw it to a close now. Thank you very much for coming along and bringing your beautiful energy to it. There's always lovely energy in this group. It's great to see you guys helping each other. Basha, I won't have Luca till Saturday, but you have a... Let's see if I can answer this question for Basha before I go, actually. Scroll up and see. It's my new pup, Luca, the reincarnation of a past pet. The energy's dropping with me, Basha, and I don't want to go into too much detail, so I'm going to use the pendulum. We're going to give you a yes or a no. Just going to let this develop a bit. Right. It's a no from the pendulum, but this pet is sent to you from the spirit realms, okay? It's divinely orchestrated. Spiritually, this pet is actually meant for you. So although it's not a reincarnation as such, this pet is very, very much meant to be with you, Basha. So I wish you luck with Luca. I really do, okay? Because I think you're going to have a really good time together. And Luca is coming when? On Saturday, did you say? Yeah. Well, the reason you got that feeling is it is a soul level connection. It really is. So go with it, you know? Really go with it. Okay. Yeah, I'll do my best to stay safe, Erin. Thank you. I tried very hard with that. And Celtic Tarot, you absolutely can't wait. You can talk about your own politics in your own country. I certainly will. I think that might bore people, Sheila. But I'm sure I won't bore people. And I'm sure you won't bore people. And I'm sure if I'm working with you, it won't be anything like boring. Because, guys, if any of you don't know Celtic Tarot Sheila, check out her channel. She's got a... It's hard to describe the way she works. She's a very serious reader, but there's always something kind of happy and cheerful about her readings. There's lots of light in her readings. So if you're any of my friends who haven't met Celtic Tarot Sheila yet, just look out for her channel. It's great fun. It really is. And it's insightful as well. And I'm really dying to be on it, actually. That's going to be great. So I'll email you very soon, Sheila. But on that note, friends, thanks, everyone. Big, fat, good night, smiles and love and light to absolutely everyone out there. I really appreciate you participating in this, guys. It always makes my day or night when I do one of these videos. I'll be back either Wednesday or Thursday, probably around the same time for about an hour. And I'm planning to be back on Sunday, which is going to be Sunday night UK time. It'll be in the afternoon, Central USA. But hit the subscribe button, guys, because I always put a post up before, a community post, and then you'll get that notification telling you when I'm going to be coming on. Do please hit the like button if you haven't already. That helps the channel, helps with all the algorithm craziness and stuff. And yeah, as Erin Sun says, please check out Celtic Tarot Sheila. Kasana, big love to you. You're totally on my list tomorrow. And if I forget, Kasana, remind me, because I really want to do that for you. I feel the time is right. Okay, so on that note, friends, just a quick plug again, 35and83@gmail.com if you'd like a private reading. That, like all the links to good stuff, is under all my other videos in the description part. I'll try and add it to this one too if I can find out. And ko-fi.com/Andy's Readings, all one word, no apostrophe. If you'd like to buy me or buy the channel a coffee and take a look at some of the pictures from my crazy life here in West Wales. The winds of change are blowing out there. That's Mercury retrograde for you, isn't it? Meantime, have a fantastic time, guys. Know that new moon is coming up, full moon, sorry, is coming up before too long. Mercury retrograde is ending before too long. Change is always coming. You know, hugs, blessings to you, and love and light, Twainer. Thanks for coming in, Salma, Disobey, absolutely all of you. And thank you all for sharing your gifts too. I'll see you again very soon, guys. Love, light, blessings, and peace.